with y'all?
It's your boy BIGGIE AR.
The Overlord here.
Coming with episode number 6.
Dang, it's already been 6 episodes?
Bro, I was thinking that same thing.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The 6th installment of
me?
Big Trouble in a Little podcast.
Alright.
So, we took last week off, obviously.
Yeah, I know y'all missed us.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
for reconstructive purposes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had to work on ourselves. We had to do a little facelifting. You know what I mean? Add some new things, take some stuff away, you feel me? So, yeah, we also got our new brand, Black Sheep, which the channel we named after now. But, we'll still be coming with you with our videos. So, we'll just have a little bit more content, a little bit more creators in our pool, I guess, to pull from, to be able to view from. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Other than that, we're gonna. How was your weekend, bro?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Also, we just want to add in too that we have a few new segments that we're adding to the podcast.
Yeah.
Just to kind of neaten it up a little bit because we were kind of getting all over the place.
Yeah. Hopefully this will keep us in line. A little syllabus for how we're gonna do our things.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah.
With that being said,
yeah,
let's get into one of our first new segments.
Yeah, all right, I like it.
It'll be a fact/quote of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Just a little bit something to kind of uplift for the people that need uplifting or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like something to like ease us into it. We're not just like jumping straight into things.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was looking the other day, and I found this quote that I feel like it's a good quote to start off on. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And it's by Soren. I might butcher this, but Kierkegaard.
Yeah, you probably butchered it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Chop.
But the quote is, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." How do you feel about that?
That's dope. To think about like where we get like the term hindsight is 20/20. Like we would have done such and such this way, or this and that was could have been done so much differently, or we see this now that we have gone through it, but during the midst of it, we don't know what's gonna be thrown at us, or what or what's gonna happen, what the outcome is until, like you said, until we've lived through it, until we've gone forward, but have complete recollection or complete knowledge of what happened already.
Yeah. It's a good quote. You know what I mean? It doesn't say much, but it's powerful.
Yeah, it's just enough to get to where like it makes you think. One of those things you ponder on for a little bit and like make you really think about the choices that you're going to make or did make, and where you are now because of those choices.
I mean, I feel like no matter how old you are, no matter what you've been through, everybody has that kind of moment where they always kind of catch themselves like trying to worry about what they did in the past instead of keeping that tunnel vision and looking forward to see what kind of brighter future you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely pondered on the choices. Like I almost had like a chance to go to like a different school, and if I wouldn't have met CT Creations. I wouldn't have met a lot of people. Probably wouldn't have met you. Probably had a different job. Would have had like different experience and stuff that I probably wouldn't trade for the world. And I can't really dwell upon what would have been or should have been or what could have been, but I'm just thankful for what we have now. But, it's definitely one of those things like should I ponder upon, wonder or think about all the things that could have been, or should I just like continue to live forward and make the best choice that I see that work for me and work in my situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah. But that's just a little something, to start off every podcast with. We're going to start doing that every week, obviously.
Yeah.
And so we just figured that's something that'll be good start note, which is going to lead us to our next new segment. I'll let Overlord get into that.
So our next new segment that we got going on is our artist spotlight. And so what we're going to do, we're going to start doing, have like a different artist every week, whether it be like music or, somebody local that we have here. We had we kind of like an artist spotlight before in like episode 3 with Rob Quest, so that was kind of an artist spotlight that we did there. We're kind of expanding upon that, and it's not just gonna be just music, but like the arts world, painting and stuff like that. Was actually our first artist that we're gonna be getting to is actually a painter or a graffiti artist by the name of Banksy. Now, a lot of people may have heard of Banksy or seen some of his work out there. He has a lot of like anti-war stuff, anti-CCTV, which is really big in London. So like to give like a little background, back in like 2012, I actually went to London, around the time of the Olympics during the summer, and I saw a lot of Banksy's work either on walls or it could have been knockoffs, someone trying to bite his style, but I felt like they were real, because of where they were. But he's an anonymous England-based street artist, vandal, kind of political activist, film director. So a lot of his stuff that he has is like for anti-war, like I said, anti-CCTV, which keeps a lot of people under the government's thumb, kind of controls or surveys what people are doing, and like kind of like keeping like a big brother type watch on people. And so a lot of his work goes towards, like, he has some famous ones where it's a guy dressed up as a bomber, but he's throwing like a bouquet of flowers. Or I have one it's hanging up in my room actually, and it's like two soldiers actually, like it kind of looks like they're in like an alley or something, painting like a giant like peace sign, like anti-war thing. And then they have one where it's a little girl, and she's standing there. She was holding a balloon that was shaped in a heart, but it's like flying away. It's kind of like the love is gone, or stuff like that. He has a lot of things that that show a lot of things that he feels are going on. And even though he's anonymous, he still has like spokespersons or people that talk for him. So he'll make statements upon things that he feels all the time, and people will speak for him. So he's able to get his message out and not just have a full, oh, I think this is what he's trying to say type of thing, but he's actually saying what he's saying, and people are able to hear what it is that he's talking about. There's actually been like a lot of people who've tried to speculate who he is. A lot of people think he's Robin Gunningham, born July 28th or whatever, and in Yates, which is like 12 miles out of Bristol, which most of his work is featured in. Several of Gunningham's associates and former schoolmates at Bristol Cathedral School actually have corroborated this rumor, and a study was done showing that a lot of his work is correlated with a lot of Cunningham stuff. But the lawyers that kind of represent Banksy, who are some of the only people who really know him, and this, like I said, the spokesperson are the only people who really know who he is, don't really, are not like, yeah, that's him. Yeah, I guess y'all go ahead. Y'all found him out. Like, no, they're like real hush about it, because graffiti, unlike someplace like in Austin or whatever, is seen as highly illegal. So if anything goes down, he can't make any more money. He can't pay his lawyer. So I mean, of course, his lawyer gonna stay hush about it.
Trying to make that money.
Yeah, of course, you feel me? A lot of people I also think he's Robert Del Naha, I guess that's how you pronounce it. AKA 3D, which is the front man for the trip hop band Massive Attack. It says that the graffiti artist, prior to like 1988 forming the band, had done identical work to Banksy's, and had identified Banksy as a personal friend, but many people think that he might be him, just saying, oh, I know him, or asking for a friend, or saying for a friend type of things, Also, Jamie Hewlett, an English comic book artist, known for Tank Girl, and he does the visuals for the group Gorillaz. Phil Gooding and all type of stuff. They think that he might be Banksy as well, but that's one of those things where it's like, we still don't know. We're still trying to figure
speculation.
out. Yeah, definitely highly speculated. But a lot of this stuff is done like worldwide. It's not just like England. There's stuff done in New York. There's stuff done on bridges. In California, stuff done all over the place. And that's one of those things where it's like, this one person is slowly making like a big impact, worldwide with his art. And even though some people might not have heard of him, he definitely has like a huge following and like like artist circles and stuff like that. And it's definitely his stuff is being sold online, is being shown everywhere. They've even like taken like the wall where he spray painted his stuff, 'cause, like he does like huge stencils, and so like the walls that he spray painted his stuff on, they've even got to a point where they'll cut out the wall and sell just the wall for like hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars, whatever, just cutting out that piece to sell. So it's something that
Damn.
yeah, at one point was huge. Like I'm not saying like it's lost momentum or anything like that, but it's definitely one thing at one point was like really really big and really huge. And like as obviously to have spokespersons for someone who's anonymous, and to be able to stay anonymous, unlike Daft Punk, who tried to hide their faces. Now this dude's just like, I'm not gonna even like show me as a person at all. I'm just like an enigma. I'm just an imagination.
Because he's been doing stuff for a while.
Yeah, he's been doing stuff for like a couple of decades. It's not really nothing even new. It's just some people don't really know about who he is.
I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. Somebody been doing stuff for decades, and you still can't put a face to that name. You know what I'm saying?
Like heaven forbid, but whenever he passes away, like unless someone knows him, like just no more Banksy work. It's just the time it disappears. So, all right, I guess he must have died or something like that, or I guess his spokespeople might actually say something or whatever. But if it was me, I'd have it to where my lawyers wouldn't be able to reveal my identity even after I died. It would be something that it would be kept secret for forever. So. But that's pretty dope. I always thought that was pretty cool. As soon as I found out about his work, I was like, man, I want to do stuff like that. Even though I really haven't, but I would like to get into stuff like that to where it had a huge impact, worldwide, and not just in my city, which would be dope too. But just like everywhere that people recognize the name, to where it's like activism, or to where it's like standing up against tyrants and stuff like that. I think it'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, I know that from what you were saying and from a few of the pictures that I've seen, a lot of his stuff has deep meaning to it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. There's one that was hilarious. Like a shop till you drop. And so it's like this chick with a shopping cart. She just free falling, just fell into her death just because she, like everything she does or everything the person does is like for retail gain, or just have to have all the stuff is literally just dropping because of all the stuff that they're trying to attain, instead of living their life and like loving and stuff like that. Like I said, like one of my favorites, the one with the guy throwing flowers, trying to spread love instead of trying to take it away with the bombing, especially like the stuff that we have going on right now. Trying to spread love and not hate is a really big message for me. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah, most definitely.
So kind of shout out to all the families and stuff that have been affected by the disasters, all these bombings and fires and natural disasters, stuff like that. Especially like in Brazil and the Philippines, what we're seeing lately. But definitely all of those who are been affected by shootings, mass shootings in places where they feel it's sacred, somewhere they were meant to feel safe but are being terrorized at the same time. There's definitely something, one of those things that he kind of speaks out against or fights against, or his artwork is to again spread that love and not any hate that continue to be thrown around. We should throw flowers, not bombs. You feel me?
Perfect. And just to end the artist spotlight segment, if there's anybody that, for the people that are watching, if there's anybody that you have suggestions or anything, maybe you think we should feature as an artist spotlight, definitely leave them in the comments below. And,
I'm down. We're down for local people, trying to get. Should we even get them? Get to interview them? That'd be dope too. Spray painters, painters in general, artists of all kind. Singers, rappers. We're down for that. We're trying to get some people who are around like the Austin area, stuff like that. A little bit further north from us. Trying to get them involved in some things, and even some local Houston people, trying to get them involved in some stuff, and trying to make some big moves. So
yeah, definitely. Just leave them in the comment section and tell them to subscribe after you subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and we're gonna put our email address on there that we have for our Big Trouble Little podcast and our Black Sheep brand name, and just hit us up there with the details.
going into our next segment, we're gonna get into some news highlights. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of news, guess who's back in it?
I don't know. Let me know. Who?
YNW Melly.
I was gonna throw a joke in there, but I couldn't think of anything. So.
YNW Melly's back in the news.
This nigga again, bro.
Just to sum up what what happened. He's facing a pair of first-degree murder charges from killing his two best friends.
Are we still calling them friends when they get like up?
Well, I've seen a little bit more into it.
His associates, nigga.
And one of the ones was actually like a child. Like he's only like 19, 20, but like they knew each other since they were like 10. You know what I'm saying?
It's only 9 years. That's not that big of a deal.
I've known you for 9 years. You know what I'm saying?
And nigga, so you saying we can come in tomorrow, nigga?
Nah, I didn't say I would, but I'm just saying.
You said you could though.
Anyways, but so yeah, now he's facing the death penalty in Florida, bro.
I know Florida still had death penalty. I thought Texas was like one of the ones like you kill somebody, we'll kill you back type people. You feel me?
I didn't know that either.
I know, that's crazy.
You think he deserves it?
I mean, if he's guilty, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, it's really on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like though, if you don't want to get killed, don't kill people. That's simple. That's easy math. You know, you could pass that one. You feel me? Like that's easy. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm all for forgiveness, but I guess the law's a law too. Give Caesar what is Caesar's. You feel me?
But I mean, my thing is like, dude, you should have known what to expect when you killed your fucking best friends.
Wait, like if you're not gonna like try to hide or get away with it, like what do you expect? Like just because you confess to it, they're gonna be like, oh, well, I mean, like he told us that he killed them, so I mean, like a little pat on the back would be okay, let him do like 2 years community service. That's enough, right? One for each associate. No, when they get like you killed 2 people, like they stop living because of you, bro. Like
you know what I'm saying?
That's not something that you joke about or something that's like for play. That's real time. People get locked up for their lives for the rest of their lives or get their lives taken away as well. Like that's how that works. That it's not like something you didn't know about. That's been like that for hundreds of years. When it's nothing new. So you get what you get when you do stuff like that. That's what it is, man.
He's gonna go in court singing his mixed personality song, trying to get off that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Yeah, plead insanity by like sticking some peanut butter down your pants. It's like hey, dude.
Niggas will do anything to get off of jail time. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do. You want to spend the rest of your life in a loony bin? Hey, do what you gotta do, buddy. But, it's probably not gonna happen for you. It's probably not gonna happen for you. Just don't let out with it like that. Speaking of erasing niggas from existence, Endgame's coming out this week.
Nice.
R.I.P. to those guys. I don't know what their names are, but to those guys who were affected in their families. But
NYW Sack Chaser and NY
Sack Chaser.
That was his Sack Chaser. I think that was his name was Juvie or something like that. YNW Juvie.
He said he wanted to be the only YNW. Like Highlander, there can only be one. But speaking of like Endgame, Endgame's gonna be coming out tomorrow. Like, I'm like I don't want to say I'm ready for it to be over, but I'm ready to stop having to dodge commercials, and if I go to a movie, cause I just went and saw Captain Marvel earlier this week, so like having to like plug my ears up when the commercial comes up or the trailer comes up for Endgame or when someone else talking about it, having to walk out the room. I'm sick of doing that. I want to go ahead and get this movie over with so I can watch it and be like, okay, I got everything I need and I can go watch trailers and see what wasn't there or what they try to like trick me with or whatever, and compare notes of what actually is going on. Because for me, like Captain Marvel was one of those. It's like it didn't really need to be made. She could have just shown up. And it would have gone off just right. So it's kind of like one of those cash grabs before Endgame, and the fact that it came out like the same month as Endgame was kind of like whatever. But
I feel like they had. I feel like when they were, it was a cash grab. I agree with you on that. Yeah. But I guess they had to try to give it some kind of backstory. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like, I feel it would have been better if she did like the whole Thor thing, where she just like showed up in the middle of half the battle and be like, "Yo, I got a call from Fury." what's popping? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would have been a much better intro than, like, you know, what actually went down, you know, finding out that everything that we know comic book based or cartoon based was like, nah, we're just gonna go with something different. That's not what we're going. It's not what we're doing anymore. We're gonna go ahead and change, you know, what y'all know. So to I guess to surprise y'all more, and then like, you know, at the end credits, have her be like, "Where's Fury?" You know, like, bro, like, let's just have her jump in the middle and start throwing hands at Thanos. You know, like, let's just get it popping. I don't want no slow intro to thing. Let's just get it started.
I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Yeah, whatever,
so
whatever, bro.
I'll text you spoilers.
I promise you. I promise you, bro. If I get any text message, you know, I'm turn my phone off. But if I wake up to any text messages about whatever's going on, you catching the pause, bro. Catching the pause, bro. Don't do it to yourself. You don't want the problems. You don't want no problems, big fella. You don't want no problems. I'm telling you.
But for the people who are thinking about spoiling,
yeah. To y'all who want to spoil what's going on, what's been going on for like 10 years, want to spoil for me and other people, got something for you. Alright, got something for you. So, this is a note that was sent to me from a friend. Alright, who knows I'm a big Marvel geek.
Are we shouting them out or no?
No, she
you know who you are.
She knows who she is. Yeah, she's fine. So, she sent me this letter. I don't know how real this is, but I mean, it seems pretty legit. We're going to post it so I can read as well. But it says, to the greatest fans in the world, we are about to see Avengers Endgame within a few days. Since not everyone will be able to watch the movie on the first day, we request you to keep silence until a couple weeks after the movie release. A couple weeks after the movie's release, all right? In order to avoid spoiling the story. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm catching the pause, man. Or plot details for our fellow Marvel fans. It says, we request you keep a safe distance from social media so that the movie won't be spoiled for you and you won't spoil it for others. It says, we know you are excited. We know you want to talk about this all day, but there's a time for everything. We request you to be patient, keep calm, and don't get spoiled. Everyone involved with the film has worked incredibly hard for the past 3 years maintaining the highest level of secrecy. It's our turn now to not spoil the movie for our friends. We're asking that when you see Endgame in the coming weeks, that you maintain the same level of secrecy so that all our friends can have equal experience when they watch it for the first time. Don't spoil it for others. The same way you wouldn't want to spoil for you. That whole golden rule. The golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you, bro.
Preach.
Good luck and happy viewing, United fans of Marvel. And it says, hashtag Avengers demands your silence. Shut it up. Shut it up. Alright. Appreciate y'all silence. I'm telling you, if I see you in the comments with some stuff on there, catch a fire.
Leave it in the comment.
I'm telling you, bro. Leave it in the comments if you want to. Leave it in the comments if you want to. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Come here with the gauntlet, you know. We're supposed to fire on these niggas, whatever. But yeah, I'm excited for Endgame. This is finally getting, you know, after all this time, after all these movies, after all these rumors, stuff like that, finally getting to what's actually going to happen. You know, all the theories that we might have, or what might be, or what is. We're finally getting the answers that we've been waiting for so long to get.
That we deserve.
Yeah, and we deserve not to have that stuff spoiled for us. But yeah, definitely to have it, you know, to have it shown and to see what's actually gonna go down, or what is gonna be left for in the future. If they don't have a Black Panther 2,
I think they already.
I'm telling you, if they don't have a Black Panther 2, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they will, bro.
They have to. Like, if
I'm sure. I'm sure they're probably working on that shit already.
My nigga T'Challa. if King T'Challa don't get a second movie, my nigga, I'm out. I'm telling you, bro.
So when are you planning on watching it?
Like I said, I'm probably gonna watch it like Monday. Like, I'm probably gonna be off. Go up there, watch Monday morning.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah. So
we will be putting out a review video.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like after I've seen it, we'll definitely do another video like the Us video. Check that out. Definitely do like another video like that, and see what's really going on. If you haven't watched it already, go watch my after view, or just saw a reaction to Captain Marvel, and tell me what you think.
Bah, bah.
Yeah. Also, if there's any other movies that are coming out that you would think for that you want us to see and review, definitely shout that out for us, and we'll get into that on later videos.
All right, to kind of switch it up a little bit,
Yeah.
go into another topic. Tiger Woods, bro.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
After a 15-year hiatus.
It's 14.
14-year hiatus.
No, it's 15. You're right. It's 15 years.
God damn.
No, it's 14. It was 14 because it was 2005. Yeah, it's 14.
Okay, after a 14-year hiatus, Tiger Woods won the Masters.
Wait, what? Was he not playing in those 14 years?
Well, he had a lot of.
He just not make it.
I think.
I'm not the biggest golf person.
Me neither, bro.
So like,
I know he had a lot of personal things going on.
Oh yeah, he had putters and other stuff in the wrong place.
You know what I'm saying? He was washing other kind of balls. You know what I'm saying?
Not on the green. You know what I mean?
I know that he had personal stuff, and I think he just wasn't. Well, if I'm being honest, I think he just wasn't good enough to make it that far. You know what I'm saying?
I think his head was just in the game. Like he was, like I said, he was dealing with a bunch of other stuff, so he wasn't really focusing on putting a little white ball in the hole. So it just wasn't what he was going for at that moment. But definitely back.
Shout out to Tiger Woods.
Hey, you feel me? Definitely did the whole, he did the whole little thing to get it going. I don't know if he did that.
I'm sure he did.
He probably, yeah. That's his signature. When he starts doing like other shirts and stuff, like he's gonna have that pose going on. Like he's gonna have that pose for his golf shoe.
But I will say that I am a big fan of a comeback story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody loves a true underdog story. Yeah, who doesn't?
So I think it was good to see him go through what he to see him go through what he went through, but to go through what he went through, it was good to see him. Prevail,
but like
you know what I'm saying?
But he brought it upon himself, really.
Oh, he did.
Like I can understand if it was something that he had happened to him. Maybe his wife's story will will be the blockbuster.
But I think too though, because like I said, I'm not the biggest golf fan, so don't
to me it's boring.
Don't slay me in the comments.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he got into the golf thing when he was fairly young. You know what I'm saying?
He was a child prodigy. I remember seeing I think Johnny Carson show or whatever. And he was 3 or 4, a little tiger cub. Out here swinging golf clubs and stuff. So yeah, he was real young when he started.
So I feel like anybody that gets into the entertainment athlete. I don't know why I said athlete like that.
I know athlete had 3 syllables.
I don't know why I said it like that. But if you're an entertainer or an athlete, you know what I'm saying, you're making money like that. I feel like not that you should do that, but you're prone for something like that to happen.
I mean, when it's all it's kind of hard to adjust regular life. We use steadily having cameras and money and people thrown at you. It's hard to adjust to something different. That's why a lot of them, turn to drugs. A lot of them turn to life of crimes. Alcohol. Yeah, all this other stuff. So because they're not used to living a normal regular life. They're just used to always being in the spotlight, and that's why a lot of child actors fall victim to stuff like that. But with him, that's definitely. But as far as I know, it really didn't hit him until later in life, till he was an adult.
He was 30 maybe.
Yeah, making children mistakes. Cheating on your girl with hundreds of women. That's crazy that you decided then to. Well, actually, I guess that we don't know how long it's been going on. It's just been going on forever. Just something he was doing the whole time. But now it's just you didn't know. I had a woman when we got together. You know this. I had 16 women when we got married. That wasn't gonna stop. Was just gonna date just you.
You think that was gonna stop for you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's weird.
No way. So this segment is gonna be called the NoseBleeds, and this is gonna be a segment that we have that's gonna be dedicated to sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Specifically, one certain athlete. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you didn't say specifically. I'd had to roast you.
And I'm gonna get to who we're talking about this week. This guy's had an amazing baseball week. But anyways, I just want to touch on shout out to Clint Capella. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
because he's been playing with 2 respiratory illnesses. You know what I'm saying? And even though his game 4 performance was not up to par, Neither was any of the other Rockets players except for James Harden and Chris Paul. But anyways, I don't even want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you know, shout out to Clint Capella putting it all out there for his teammates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
barely brief. Still putting niggas on the poster.
and I'm gonna drop this picture from the other night after the game. You can see his face. You can see it in his eyes, bro. That there's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something going on.
But he's still doing it for his team, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's clutch.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so the person that we are going to be discussing today is a young man by the name of Christian Yelich. For those of you who don't know who that is, he is a baseball player for the Milwaukee Brewers. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off one of the better weeks I've seen in baseball. You know what I mean? Just to give you a little backstory on him. He was drafted by the Miami Marlins in 2010, straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school.
In the first round, you know what I'm saying? The 23rd pick overall. He won the NL MVP last year.
All right.
Made the All-Star game, you know what I'm saying?
I've never watched the All-Star game.
It has its moments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The home run derby is more of my kind of speed.
It's not like the basketball All-Star game. It's just like
Nah,
I think it'd be weird. I don't know.
They do. I mean, it's pretty cool. They do like on-field like interviews and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you're really into baseball, it's a good thing.
I'll probably check it out.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You always got some Astros in there. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Always got some Astros in there. You know what I'm saying? But you know let me tell you about this week that he just had. You know what I'm saying? He just won NL Player of the Week. You know what I'm saying for this past week, and last week he ended up having 8 home runs, 19 RBIs, 10 runs scored in 7 games against one team, bro.
I'd hate to be that to you.
He had an on-base percentage of .625. His on-base plus slugging of 2.167. And just, you know, the on-base plus slugging is pretty much total bases that he reaches,
right, divided
by how many plate appearances he has.
I can do math.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bring it out that deep. You know what I'm saying? But OPS that high for people who know baseball, that's crazy. 2.167, bro. Like in a season, somebody might get to 1,000. Mm-hmm. You know, 900 range somewhere around there.
Right,
but over 2,000 is crazy. On the year, he has 13 home runs, 31 RBIs, which is.
On the year, he has 13 home runs.
Yeah,
it hasn't been going that long.
No, it hasn't.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? 31 RBIs, which is a franchise record for the first 2 months of the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so some of with the stats that he has been putting up this year, you know what I'm saying? He's probably projected to hit about 65, 70 home runs. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
About 150 RBIs.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? 13 home runs in the first month and a half of the season is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I've never been hit a home run.
That's not hard. It's not easy to do. You know what I'm saying?
If we're getting a kickball, I could probably kick a home run, but I never hit a home run before. That's crazy.
But you know, shout out to Christian Yelich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? Just not against the Astros when you play us later this year. You know what
I mean?
I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to be sick those days. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
All of them.
And
breaking them ankles.
You know, I'm always gonna end this with a shout out to all my Houston team.
Hey,
shout out to the Astros, even though they're on a little slump right now.
Hey, we gonna come back up.
But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Just like we did with the artist spotlight. If there's any athletes that you think that I should talk about or should be featured into this, you know, segment, drop it in the comments below. You feel me? And I'll consider it. And most likely I'll put them out here. It just depends on how they do it. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how they doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now we get to my thing. You know, done with this nigga right here. We gotta get to my thing. You know, I'm just saying, bro. Like whatever. But next segment that we have is our movie moment, which I know, like I've mentioned before, I did a solo one. That's on the page now. Go check that one out. But I'm also gonna be getting into some movies that maybe might not have been on my radar at the time, or movies that I've seen and just kind of like want to give a quick preview on, or whatever, and maybe get y'all to check them out. You know, kind of expand your movie library or whatever the case may be. But the movie I have for this week is going to be The Foreigner, which came out in 2017 with Jackie Chan. Now, I'm a pretty big Jackie Chan fan. Like usually if I see a Jackie Chan movie, I'll usually check it out. But like, this is one of those ones that I didn't see him, I guess, in an action pose on like the cover of it. So like it didn't click to me that it'd be one of those good movies. You know, like most actors have one or two bombs that like in their filmography that you kind of skip over, kind of gloss over. That you're like, that's not their best. I'm not gonna go ahead and watch it. So that's what I assumed. What what happens when you assume. That's what I assumed may have been the thing, may have been the case with this movie because of the cover that I saw. And so one night I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just watch it. I've seen pretty much everything else that's been queued to me, that's been shown on my account. So I'm just go ahead and just watch this one real quick. And it turned out to be like an excellent movie. Like I don't know why anybody else hasn't really said anything else about this movie. Like I haven't heard anybody say anything about it, or be on anybody's list or anything like that, or anybody's radar. But this is a movie that's actually been like really dope. So give you like the plot of it. Jackie Chan plays this restaurant owner, and at the beginning of the movie, which for me, if it starts off slow, I might give it 10 minutes, and if it's still slow in that 10 minutes, I'm probably not gonna watch the rest of it. I'll probably skip ahead later on, or might come back to it if I really don't have anything else to watch. But if it starts off slow, I'm not gonna watch it. But this movie is only slow for like a minute, and then just went straight hardcore. So Jackie Chan's daughter is looking for a prom dress, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like it jumps right into it. Doesn't really give too much backstory at the beginning. It just kind of like no exposition whatsoever. Just kind of just jumps into it. They're going prom dress shopping, whatever, or she's gonna pick up her prom dress actually, and so they get to the store, and Jackie Chan's like, when am I gonna meet your prom date? When's he gonna come over? And then like she's like, Dad, you'll meet him, blah blah whatever, and then she goes to the store. When she goes to the store, this guy pulls up, on a motorcycle, fixes his helmet, drives off. Then the next thing you know, the whole store explodes. Jackie Chan's daughter's inside, the whole store explodes. And I was like, dang, that happened really quickly. Like I wasn't even like looking at it. I wasn't even expecting it to happen. It just kind of just like blew up. And I was like, oh snap. And then next thing you'll see like news reports, whatever, like Jackie Chan's like the only person in the building who's alive. He's like holding his daughter, like rocking her because she just died. And I was like, what? Okay, this is gonna get good, It also has Pierce Brosnan in there. What is it? James Bond. It has him in there as well. And throughout the whole movie, Jackie Chan is trying to get the names of the terrorists who blew up this building, and it comes to find out that Pierce Brosnan's character, he's Irish in this one. Oh, he's Irish in this one, and so it's like he knows the guys, but he doesn't know that he knows them. So Jackie Chan's trying to get the names of all the guys who are involved with this, and Pierce Brosnan's like, well, I'll tell you when I find out. And it comes to find out that Jackie Chan is actually like military. He was trained by Americans and by some other people, whatever. So he has like all this combat knowledge. So he does digging for himself, and then Pierce Brosnan has his guys who are like trying to keep him from finding out too much, so they don't expose what he has going on. And then he ends up having to fight multiple people, as Jackie Chan does best, to try to like find out who has the intel on his daughter. Or intel on the people who killed his daughter. And then when he finds them, bro, I'm telling you, when he finds out who killed his daughter, and like, the way he gets into the building, and the stuff, I don't want to get too much about it because you need to go watch it. But like the stuff that happens in there, you're just like, oh snap! All right, okay, Jackie. Jackie's like 116 years old when they made this movie. Still like and the fact that you still believe that he could take out 16 people at once is like, okay, I see you, Jackie Chan. And then like there's a part at the end where Pierce Brosnan's character puts out a hit on a certain somebody. Like you'll find out who it is. Like afterwards, I don't want to get too much away, but he puts out a hit on somebody, and then Jackie Chan kind of blackmails Pierce's character a little bit. Like it's a really A really good movie. Like it actually like had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Like there wasn't a part where I thought it was like dull or anything like that. There's a lot of things that happen in the movie. You're like, okay, yeah, like I can see, I can really see Jackie Chan being a spy. You know, like the whole super cop thing. Like I could see him, like for real, being like an old spy, and still having all the skills. It kind of had like a Taken feel, a little bit.
I was just gonna ask you that.
But like his daughter wasn't. Well, she was taken in a way, but like he couldn't save her. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna kill you. Like it was just like that part. Like what if old boy's daughter didn't survive and taken? That's kind of like where this movie kind of went to. But it was like it was done really well. Cinematography is awesome. I give it like, if not a 10, a 9.5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really enjoy this movie. I really enjoy like Jackie Chan movies. Like I really enjoy this movie. Like I thought it was dope. Like some of the scenes that went down were like, ooh, that's that's hardcore. You know, that was pretty like, I didn't expect that part to happen. But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty
so
good
question.
What's up?
Favorite Jackie Chan movie?
Favorite Jackie Chan movie? Can't do top 3.
Top 3, that's fine.
Okay. Going from 3 to 1, probably be Rumble in the Bronx, number 3.
That's a good one.
What is it? Super Cop, number 2, and then number 1 is Operation Condor.
Huh.
Definitely has to be. Yeah, those I can watch. Like I can watch those like almost every day and like not be bored of them. You feel me? Still be like trying to imitate it like I'm 6 again in my underwear, my dun-dun-duns, trying to imitate Jackie Chan Ninja Turtles. Like I don't feel like it will ever get old for me.
I feel it.
Yeah. I guess this leads us to our throwbacks. We're talking about old school stuff. This kind of leads us to our throwback segment for our Throwback Thursday.
Yep.
Doing another top 5 this time. But this time it's a little bit softer, It's our top 5 celebrity crushes, old school celebrity crushes, up to, I'm gonna say about 2007, because we're both still teenagers at the time. We weren't like getting to the adult. So I say about from 2007 back to whenever, celebrity crushes. I'm gonna let you go first this time.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let you go first this time. Yeah, I'm interested. And give us give the people like a moment when you fell in love with this person, or when you first caught your crush on your celebrity.
I got you. So we're gonna do a reverse from 5 to 1, okay?
All right.
So for me, number 5.
All right.
I dropped a little 5. Bow. Trish Stratus, bro.
Trish Stratus was bad.
And I was a big wrestling fan when I was little.
You still are, bro.
I was just gonna get into that. I fell off for a few years, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back in it, you know what I'm saying?
You fell out of the ring for a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? I had to take a little bit of time off to make some movies like John Cena, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I had to do the rock style.
Okay,
but anyways,
okay, yeah.
just watching wrestling all the time, being a early teen boy. And you see Trish Stratus walk into the ring, and them little bitty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, next to nothing.
Bro, need I say more?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that one.
5,
You know what I'm saying? Number 4, this might catch you by surprise a little bit, but for me, number 4 is Paula Patton, bro. The first time I ever saw Paula Patton in anything was in the movie Hitch.
Okay. I don't remember her much.
Yeah, she played a character named Mandy. Trust me, I know.
Now I believe it. I just don't remember. I don't remember the movie too well actually. I remember her. I remember it was like she's like a small.
Yeah,
part.
It wasn't a big part.
Right,
it wasn't
okay,
a big part.
I don't remember it.
But that was the first time I see Paula Patton. I remember after seeing the movie, I'm like, who is that? Bro, you know,
like internet stalked her for a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, let me see what else she's been in. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get my hacker on real quick.
But Paula Patton was bad.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Number 3, I'm going a little bit older. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
For number 3, Lisa Bonet, bro.
Ooh, Lisa Bonet.
I remember watching In a Different World, and every time she would come on the TV screen, bro, how could you not fall in love, bro, with the curly hair and
eyes?
You know what I'm saying?
So it was something about like even like she wasn't like on the Cosby Show often because of, like some of the stuff that she was going through, and like Bill didn't really want that on screen. When she did show up, just like the thing she said was like, Like, just talk to me. Like,
that's all I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me just look at you in your eyes while you speak to me. You know what I'm saying?
You can say whatever. You can talk about anything. Just talk to me. You know.
For my number two.
Okay.
Is Aaliyah. I mean,
okay.
Just from her, and I'm talking about over 18 Aaliyah. I was younger then, so it was okay. I wasn't on R. Kelly shit, but
how'd you feel about Queen of the Damned then? Was she wearing like little bralettes, little hip hugger stuff? I think I watched her part the most of that movie.
I don't remember anything else about the movie but that. You know what I'm saying?
The rest of the story didn't matter.
And she was in another movie with it was
Jelly.
DMX. Yeah, that was a good movie too, bro.
That was a good movie.
You know what I'm saying?
She wore a lot of baggy clothes in that movie, so it was kind of disappointing.
But man, it's another woman that had rest in peace to Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? And her music music was so dope. You know what I'm saying? I can still listen to her music now when I find it. You know,
that's somebody.
Apple be bullshitting on the Aaliyah music. You know what I'm saying?
Apple's just garbage.
We're not getting into that. You know what I'm saying? All right. And for number one for me, my number one, I gotta go with Selena, bro. Selena was the first.
The Hammer Queen.
You know what I'm saying? Was the first Mexican woman that I mean, obviously that wasn't related to. You know what I'm saying?
You said that word. How you know?
I was
same state. It's possible.
We don't have nobody with the same.
It's possible.
Name, you know what I'm saying?
It's possible.
But
it's possible.
And just same thing, bro. Like she was watching interviews and the way that she was in interviews and like you could tell she was a real like down to earth person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real cool.
Who made good music and fucking the infectious smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But those are my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that was a good solid list. I don't know if we're gonna get like a little clap soundtrack, but I give a little clap. That was good. My top 5. I'm gonna have to go with number 1. Number 5. I guess 5 is Amy Jo Johnson.
Pink Ranger.
Pink Ranger, bro.
Ooh,
like
that's my honorable mention.
Hey, you feel me? Like, and definitely from the show, from like episode 1, I was like hooked on. I was hooked on Kimberly. That was my thing. And then like the movie, like there's a part in the movie that like where she's like running away from like the rock monsters, and like she's like climbing up, and it's just butt, and I was just like, girl, you don't even know I'm 5. I'm 5. I'm 5. You should stop. I'm 5. My number 4 is Megan Good.
Ooh, yeah. Megan Good still bad.
Still bueno. You feel me? Still good. The first, I mean, like, there were a lot of things she did when we were young, like she like when she did, like, she was a child. A lot of things she did when she was younger. Eased by you, like because I'm a good amount younger. I feel like younger here at least 5, 6 years, whatever, 5 10 years. So like Eased by You growing up, I was attracted to her. Then like she did Roll Bounce, and like she's like put on the lip gloss. I was just like, I don't know what these feelings are, but I like them. Keep them coming. Yeah. Like keep showing her in this movie. This third one may surprise you, may not. I don't know. We'll see. But Mel B, Scary Spice.
Really?
Yes. Ooh.
He said, "Ooh."
I always had a thing with Scary Spice. Like, and this back in the time where like boys couldn't listen to Spice Girls and like not get beat up. You feel me? So like now I can be like, I like Spice Girls. Like I like Spice Girls too. Yeah. They're actually quality group, okay? You can actually listen to them and be okay. So like, I remember just like they were big when I was like in daycare. I was probably like maybe like between like 8 and 10 or so, whatever. But like I had a friend who was like really into Spice Girls, and so she would always bring like her CDs, whatever. And like I was like, okay, music cool, but then I saw like the first video, which is probably like Wanna Be or Spice Up Your Life. One of those was probably the one where I finally first fell in love with her, and I was just like, I want that one.
See, I have 2 younger sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who are fairly close in age, so I kind of had an excuse to listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
And my sister was way too young to be like, yeah, I'm buying CDs. No, you're a toddler.
You know what I'm saying?
These aren't for her.
So I kind of had an excuse to listen to them and watch the music video and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I remember like having to catch them on VH1. Oh my God, Scary Spice type of feel. Like that was You know, shout out to Baby Spice too. She gets a little honorable mention from me. You know
what I'm saying?
Baby
You know
Spice
what I'm
also
saying?
cute. Number 2 is probably not surprising to most people. Nia Long, Friday, of course. That whole
Bad.
Hey guys, I was like, ooh, Nia, stop playing with me, Nia. Don't do it. I love that little wave. The girl, don't do it, Nia. Don't do it. Just that one part. I don't need to watch the rest of the movie. I'll watch it, but I don't need to. You know what I mean? It's just that one part. If I catch that one part, we Gucci. I'm good. My number 1, which if you know me, if you know me, you know. Like if you know me, you know.
Are you specifying the year too, or?
I'll probably throw the year in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably throw the year in.
I already know this. So
yeah. So it's Halle Berry, 94, Flintstones. That's where I fell in love with Halle Berry and have been in love with her since then, was the Flintstones, 94. Again, I was born in 90. I'm 4 years old. I am in love with Halle Berry, you know, with I'm bad, but I'm very good at it. What? Hold up. I don't know what you're even saying, but I like it. That might have been where I jumped into movies, but I like it. You know, that was definitely as a thing. She's wearing these tight, saber-tooth tiger type suits or whatever they had, you know, animals they had back then. You know, but it was just in a short haircut that she did for a long time. But definitely Halle Berry can, you know, make my bed rock. put that rock on her finger and make my bed rock. You know what I mean? Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm caught up. Done with it, bro. I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't have. Can't think of an honorable mention that's another honorable. Probably Britney Spears too. Back in the day,
Britney Spears wasn't bad. Yeah,
she was cute.
Chili? What about Chili?
Chili was the one in the group. Chili was the one.
You know what I'm saying?
She was the one. Chili was the one. Yeah. I mean, that's that's it, man. I don't. Excuse me.
I mean, we're gonna give the Overlord a minute.
Yeah, just all the you know, have me throw a top 5 list of my crushes. You know, so.
You know what I'm saying? Both, I think they were both very good lists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no miss on that list at all. They're all very good hits. Very good hits.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't in the comments? Why don't y'all tell us y'all's top 5? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're a girl, guy, obviously,
whatever.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And if you have a time where y'all fell in love with them, let us know that too. I mean, let us in on your world. Let us know how you feeling. You feel me? So, I mean, other than that, I guess we're out, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is a good episode. You know what I'm saying?
Got some new topics out there, some new segments, some things that we're gonna be expanding on. You know, stay tuned. We got some things in the work that's gonna make things a little bit better. We got some guests that'll be lining up pretty soon. We got some more artist spotlights, some live interview artist spotlights.
For sure.
And then some ones that that we are interested in and that we'll be able to share with y'all. So.
For sure. And like we said with the other segments too, if you have anybody that you think that you want us to discuss in the segment or whatever, leave them down in the comments below. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We read all our comments. You know what I'm saying?
There are not many nowadays, so it's not hard to do.
You know exactly. It's not hard to do. We still low. We trying to get up there. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But like, comment, subscribe,
hit the bell,
ding ding.
Definitely.
Make sure you share. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that we can grow as a group, as a family. Is to share. Let everybody know. You see a video you like, share. Send it to somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And preferably other than the Normani one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something. She's cool, but her music is just I'm not really feeling it.
I like
it. It's acquired taste to each their own. You know what I mean?
But no disrespect to Normani. That's a
you know what
I'm saying?
Shout out to her, but it's just it's not my style. You know, not my forte.
But there's been another episode.
Yeah.
That's the Overlord.
That's Big AR.
Big Trouble in Little Podcast. Black Sheep.
Take it easy.